session, guys, I will help you have an overall understanding about what the content of this course. I'm not responsible for the theoretical part. My responsibility is only about the lab. But also, I would like to share the knowledge with you. As I told you, I've taught this course before, so I would like to summarize this course for you. I would like you to draw overall picture and understand what's AI in general. What's AI in general? This is important in order to make you have strong interest in this course. And in today's lab session, we will go to cover together some of the basic concepts, basic understanding. So it's all about the whole things. Quickly, not in much detail, but we want to understand the whole course so that this course makes sense to you. Later in the theory, you will dig more a little bit in the details. Okay, guys. So I prepared some of the tutorial things I would like to share with you. Okay. So let's share. Okay. So these are some question of discussion. Do you see, guys? Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes, Dr.
Okay. Okay, great. So first of all, guys, when we talk about AI, so what's AI in its simplest definition? So AI is the ability of computer or robot controlled by computer to do tasks that usually done by human. So it acts smart as a human. It trying to imitate the human behavior. Okay, so what type of these things, guys, that the computer try to imitate? It can predict, it can automate some action, this action, usually repeated action, so the computer can decide to do it, not always repeat the same thing. So it can automate action, it can predict, it can classify objects. Same like a human. A human can classify, for example, if we take, guys, kid, human as a kid, he know the different type of animals. Computer also can understand can know that this character of drawing is for cat. This character of drawing is for dog. Same like child, you teach the child this cat, this dog. So also computer can understand that by certain programming or certain algorithm. The computer can distinguish between different type of animal and tell you this is cat, this is dog. Computer also can predict future things based on historical data. So you feed the computer with sales of last 10 years of homes in Malaysia. Computer can predict maybe the sales of the coming 2 years. So you see, this capability, guys, usually is a human capability. Human only, machine cannot, usually the machine not able to predict. But nowadays with machine learning, the computer can predict weather, can predict sales, can classify objects, can do automated tasks. So AI in simplest definition is like imitation of a human behavior or intelligence. For that we call it artificial intelligence because for sure it's not a human intelligence, it's machine intelligence, but trying to imitate human intelligence. So this is interesting definition. Let's back again to our like tutorial. So what is artificial intelligence with example? So development of computer system that can perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. This is what we say. For example, nowadays we have program software for speech recognition. You speak, it detects your sound. The machine or the computer know that this sound is for this person. So it can identify a person from his or her sound. Decision also can sometimes do decision making, especially in the medical field, guys. Like it can decide that this symptoms related to this type of illness. So many good examples, like these are speech recognition is one example, decision making, in for example, in medical diagnosing the different type of disease, all like type of example of artificial intelligence. What can artificial intelligence do? Okay, guys, some of them I don't need to read. I just give you summary from my own understanding. So some we read, some don't need. Artificial intelligence, I want you to know that the machine or the computer can do reasoning, same like a human. So what we mean by reasoning, you know, human can reach to certain conclusion based on some reasoning mechanism. I reach to, for example, I conclude that something because of my knowledge about this and this and this, then the summary or in brief, I conclude this. So computer also can now do conclusion based on reasoning. It means like the conclusion can be explained based on why. So the computer can reach certain conclusion because of this and this and this. Okay, guys, so in another way, the computer can tell you that tomorrow it's going to be rain because now it's cloudy, cloudy, windy, and the move of the wind a little bit is a little bit speedy. So all these conditions together indicate that it's going to be rain soon. So it's going to be rain soon is a conclusion. And the computer reached to this conclusion because of certain facts stored, because these facts like condition 1 and condition 2 and condition 3 met, 3 conditions are together, so the conclusion can be together. So this is also some of the capability of for artificial intelligence. It can do conclusion based on reasoning, guys. I want you to understand it like this. So this is one way. This is like what we call expert system. We develop expert system. So it can decide based on some reasoning. Another thing, guys, artificial intelligence can do. Artificial intelligence, guys, can predict, as I told you, it can predict sales. Like you feed the system with some historical data of 10 years, for example, data, then the system can predict what will going on next year, maybe based on certain historical data and certain condition. It can predict. This is a prediction. It's not 100%, but usually it's over 90. It's high percentage or high accuracy of prediction. So this prediction, guys, usually in AI, it can help in decision making for people who need like to decide on their sales, on their marketing, on these things. It will help them by doing some AI prediction. So this is another point. Third point, also AI can help in classifying different objects, guys. If you give the machine different type of data for animals, different animal. So if you told the machine, if you see this character of drawing, this character for cat, and if you tell the machine also these features for dog, and you keep repeat that, so you give the machine enough example, and then suddenly you give the machine picture and you tell the machine, what's this picture for what? Then the machine can predict or can classify the object. It will tell you is this is a cat or this is a dog. Same, guys, exactly when you teach a small kid. You will show the kids like different label for different animal, and you tell the kid, if you see this type of drawing, this is for cat. This is the ears of the cat. This is the mouth of the cat. This is the size of the cat. You see, this is the features of the cat. And then you show the kids the dog picture. And you told the kid, this is the dog. This is the feature. Mouth is like this. Ears like this. These features usually for dog. You teach the kid by example, and then you ask the kid, suddenly you test the knowledge of the kids. What's this picture? Then the kid will tell you this is a cat or this is a dog. Same it can go also for computer. You let the machine learn by example. So then machine can classify object. So guys, until now, how many things we mentioned already? 3 things. It can reason, it can reach conclusion, and based on certain reason, reaching conclusion based on reasoning mechanism. It can predict, it can classify different things. So this is like what AI can do. Okay, guys. So how is artificial intelligence can be used in our daily life? In our daily life, we can use artificial intelligence. Okay, no need like to read the answer this like we answer like I answer from my own. Artificial intelligence can help in medical field. It can diagnose different type of disease. For example, if you have certain symptoms, it means like these symptoms you have a flu, or maybe a certain another set of symptoms. It means that maybe you have COVID. So diagnosis, this is like we call diagnosis, determine what type of disease or illness is very important, like application of AI. Also, we can use AI, for example, in autonomous car driving. Nowadays you hear a lot about self-driving car. So the car can determine different type of object and can avoid these objects and can go through these objects or these obstacles. Let's say obstacles. They will not collide with this obstacle. They will not hit this obstacle. They can go through, and the car is smart enough to find the shortest path, the shortest route, and not hit any obstacle and reach to the final destination safely. So this is very good example. Again, So many examples, guy, in our life that AI now use in our daily life for facial detection. If now you recorded your face, we use that in our mobile nowadays, guys. If the mobile like scan your face, it will lock. If scan another face, will not lock. Keep will sorry, it will unlock. If it scan your face, unlock. Open the mobile. If you scan another face different than your face, will not able or the mobile will not be locked. Will keep unlocked because the mobile can understand the owner face. Okay, so this is facial recognition. So many examples we can see that nowadays AI is used in our daily life. How is artificial intelligence helpful to human? Okay, guys. So I'll take my answer. Take my answer. This is also
Hello.
same like also, but take my answer. First, guys,
Wih,
when we
masuk-masuk dah kena.
use AI as a machine or in
Hello.
computer, first it's more faster, quicker. So
Oh,
it's
God.
faster than human. Human sometimes will need to have a very strong time in order to how to say they need very fast time to decide. Machine can decide nowadays because like we have very powerful
Hmm.
machine in terms of processor, memory, data storage. So now AI become much more capable and more faster. So we can do some task which is like before very tedious, very repetitive task. We
Oh,
can
dah
do it
masuk.
faster using AI. So it's faster than human. Another thing is more accurate because you know human usually sometimes they are affected by their feeling, by their bias, but AI maybe is like if AI feed with the good data, but here we have to feed the machine with the good data. If the data is not good, if the data is like noisy data, contain like noisy, many unrelated things, is not well structured data, so don't expect that the machine will produce good output. Machine produce good output if you give the machine good input, good data, clean data, related data, enough sample data, then it will give you accurate result. Accurate result mean like it's not bias, uh, more accurate. This is like better than human usually. So it's faster, and when the machine like to answer this question, artificial intelligence or can be better than human if it is fit in good data. It will do decision about the task faster and more accurate. Simply like that, faster and more accurate. But not all the time. Sometimes, guys, the artificial intelligence is good. Sometimes also, if like there is issue of privacy, you know, like this is a big issue because like so many, how to say, uh, so many websites they use AI and they collect your, they violate the privacy, they collect personal information, and for example, this chatbot now, like you go in many websites, you see that they have a machine to reply you. So this is like machine to reply is virtual machine, guys. It's- so you will access the website, and there will be like pop-up box will come in front of you. This pop-up box will say, "Hi, how are you?" It's all not machine. It's all like programmed. It's all not human. Sorry, it's all programmed machine. Hi, how are you? How I can help you? and then it will keep asking you some questions. So when you answer this question, sometimes this personal data, if like the website is not good or not following the good privacy rules or policy, this personal data sometimes can be sold to third party. So there is like issues. So AI is not totally good in everything, because this is at the end the human made, even AI human made. So you have to concern about privacy. You have to give enough data. If you not give enough sample data, there will be issue of bias. So like the the decision is not fair. I mean, the decision is not fair. There is also like issues of security. So there is issue of security, privacy, bias, safety, inequality. All these things like sometimes can be limitation of AI if it is not well designed and if it is not compiled with the rules. Okay, guys? So all these, like here we discuss simply what's AI in general, like and what's its application and use and how it's being compared to human. So in your course, you will see something very big concept in your course, which is the knowledge base agent, guys. The knowledge base agent, when we talk about the knowledge base agent, we talk about intelligent logic agent. This is almost 40% of your course. A lot like you will study a lot about the logic agent. What we mean by logic agent? The agent is software, guys. Here you develop software, and this you call it agent or something, and this software can reach to decision based on reasoning, so logically. But in order to reach to this conclusion or this decision, they should have knowledge base and they should have facts. So two things, guys, I want you to understand: facts and knowledge base. Knowledge base and facts, and then what we call inferring mechanism. Okay, take my answer. My answer is very summarized and straight to the point. We have three things in knowledge base agent. The first thing is the knowledge base, which is the database. What's this actually? The knowledge base or the database, what's this? This is something like, guys, database containing all the conditions. So condition one, if this happened, then that will be the result. If X happened, then the result will be Y. Just example. If Z happened, then the result will be, for example, also N, whatever. So this type of rules, we call it rules. These rules are stored in certain database. We call it the knowledge base. So we have rules as a database stored. These rules are stored as in database. We call it the knowledge base. And guys, then we use this rule in certain scenario, certain situation. So in their certain situation, we have facts about this situation. So we take the facts and we match it with the rules we already know, we already stored, and then from there we can decide. Example of this, guys, like weather system. We know in the weather system, if it is sunny, if it is hot, if it is not cloudy, then it's not going to rain. This is the decision. It's not, or this is like the things, will not going to rain. If it is partially sunny and it's not windy and there is cloud, then may be highly possible to rain. If it is like cloudy, cold wind, things like, and then it will be rain. So you have these rules, guys. If then, if then, if then, each rule, if then, if then. So you store these rules in certain database, and then you use it in certain day. Today you want to know, is it raining? It will going to rain or not? So today like cloudy, a little bit cold wind, a little bit speedy wind. So this is today. So you use the fact of the 2 days in the rule you stored, so it will match with the rules. Until then it will tell you, oh, today is going to rain. So here, guys, what you have, three things. I want you to focus your thinking in three things. First, the database containing the rules. Rule 1, Rule 2, Rule 3, Rule 4. Whatever, any rules, any number of rules. There are certain set of rules. And these rules, guys, can be used in certain scenario, like in particular day. So in particular day, you want to know the facts of that day. So you have facts and then stored rules, and you match the facts of that day with the rule you stored. Matching the facts of the day with the rule you stored, we call it inferring. Inferring, like this is the matching, how you match the facts of the particular day in the rule stored. Then that inferring, the result will be conclusion or decision. So this is exactly what is the logical agent. It decides the things logically based on the set of the rules stored and based on the fact of particular situation. Then it will match this fact with a certain match this fact with certain rule. When there is that match, then there will be a decision taken or a conclusion to be concluded. That decision taken, this matching is called inferring, which is also reasoning. So this is logical agent, AI logical agent. This is a big portion of your course, by the way, guys. As I told you, it's around 40 to 50% of the course. You will talk a lot about knowledge-based reasoning, inference mechanism, and logic agent. So it's important in your course. And this type of application, guys, it can be used in expert system. Expert system, like expert people, we have also expert system. So expert system can like forecast weather, can also diagnose mean like determine what type of disease related to the symptom the patient is suffering. So this can derive expert system. Some of the BSM students, for example, they develop software for cat disease, Cushing disease. So this cat disease, like if the cat feel like this and not eat, then most probably the cat maybe having this. So there is like many if then. So now what's your cat feeling? So what's your cat feeling? You match it with some of the rules stored. Then from there, you can conclude that your cat may be having certain skin disease or certain infection, something like that. So this type of system, guys, is expert system. It used like in forecasting, diagnosing, and these things is like important. So as I said, like you see, like there is a bunch or set of rules, if then. These rules will be stored in a simple database. We call it like the knowledge base. And there is a facts for, as I said, for certain scenario. There is mechanism. The mechanism to match the facts with one rules. This is, we call it inferring. And then from there we can conclude and reach to certain decision. So guys, in the course, we will talk a lot about different mechanism of inferring, which is the knowledge-based reasoning. How logic agent reason the things, guys. So you will see, I think, like if like you have 4 months semester, this at least like will talk like 2 months about different reasoning, different mechanism of inferring, which is in the simplest way, guys, why you reach to certain conclusion. You like the machine can tell you this is like this, the conclusion is like this, the decision is like this because this and this and this. So because it explains also because like this and like this and like this. I reached to this conclusion because. So reaching to the conclusion is reasoning, is inferring mechanism, and you will study a lot of inferring mechanisms, especially the mathematic logic of inferring. If this is true, and second thing is true, and one thing also, something like that, there is like a lot of mathematic logic to explain inferring and to explain maybe why things is correct when we have certain conditions. Okay, so it's like more to statistics, mathematical statistic or something like that. So what's the importance of knowledge-based system? Knowledge-based system help you see mainly help improve decision making and enable user to work in a greater level of expertise. Because why, guys? We can reach to accurate decision based on good reasoning, and this will increase productivity, for example, productivity in medical field and consistency. What are the components of knowledge base? Is 4 components, guys. Human computer interface, the GUI, the design, the interface design. Then this is one component. Another component is the knowledge base. Third component is the inference engine program. Inference engine, like how the mechanism of reasoning or how we reason the things. What do you mean by, or what do we mean by expert system? Expert system is a computer program that uses artificial intelligence technology to simulate a judgment, same like decision making and behavior of a human or an organization that has an expert knowledge. And okay, guys, so expert system can decide, can conclude, okay, can help in when you decide and conclude, it help in making the things running more like efficient, more efficient, make the things running more consistently. This is like in brief. It's very important to understand what are the 4 parts of the knowledge or knowledge base or expert system. The knowledge base, the search or inference system, as we said, the inference, which is like the reasoning. Knowledge acquisition system, how you get this knowledge, how you extract this knowledge. The user interface is like just like how to design the interface of your software or your tool, and communication system. Okay, guys. So, guys, are you with me? Are you with me?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, good. Guys, I'm trying to make the course easy for you, so follow with me really, like this will enhance your understanding for the overall course. There will be a part in this course, just be patient another 20 minutes, then we can finish. There is another part And we will talk about in this course optimization problem. So what's optimization, guys? You can understand the things by example. Optimization is when you want to go from one place to another place. Okay. For example, you want to go from UTHM to JB, Johor Bahru. So there are so many routes. You can go in 4 or 5 paths or routes. But which one is the shortest and the less congestion or less crowded? So the shortest and less crowded is the best alternative. Everyone wants to go to the best solution. So this is like important when you want to solve the problem of routing. You can go in different alternative in different way, but some ways like very long, very congested, very worse. Some are shortest, maybe some are is shortest and not crowded. So this is exactly what's optimization. There is a part you will study around 2 algorithms in your course about optimization problem, especially when you go from one place to another, how you traverse. You traverse like how, what are the possibility? It means what are the possibility to reach in the shortest path. So optimization, guys, it can be defined as the best solution. This is the key word. When we say like I optimize the things, like I solve it as the best possible way. So the good example of this routing or going from one place to another final destination, from starting point to destination point, but shortest path, less crowded, for example. So this is the best solution. So we will discuss in our course. There will be like around 2 to 3 classes around about optimization, how the machine can find the best solution, can reach to the destination in shortest path. Okay, guys. We will talk. There will be also some talk. Here, I didn't ask about it, but no problem. I will just give you for your knowledge about fuzzy logic. After so first, guys, we talk about. I recall like what we already covered. First part, like we talk about logic agent, knowledge base, and how the reasoning mechanism in expert system is derived or is performed. So this is one big topic. I said 40 to 50%. Then we will talk about optimization, how to find the best solution. This is included in your course. Then, guys, we will talk about something called fuzzy logic. Fuzzy logic is what? The fuzzy logic. Fuzzy logic is when something, guys, I want you to understand it, is not black or white, not 0 or 1. Something is most probably will be like this. So in fuzzy logic, it means like there is possible things. It's not only yes or no. Okay. And this fuzzification or fuzzy, there is like what we call membership function, which will determine the different possibilities. And then when you decide, it will decide like based on things mostly will be like this, or things will be near to 1. It's not 1, but near to 1. So it's not, the system is not totally digital. The system is not totally digital. There is a value between 0 and 1 here, guys. So this is like briefly, like also this is the third topic, the fuzzy logic, and it will be a few weeks. Also, you will study about fuzzy logic. Then we will go, guys, to important concept in AI, which is machine learning. So machine learning, guys, is a part of AI. It's very important part of AI. Machine learning, guys, from the name, the machine is learn. So it means that you supervise the machine. You feed the machine with data, and the machine will learn from this data. So then it will what? When you feed the machine with data and the machine learn from this sample data or from this historical data, then the machine can predict the coming data. So you feed as example, like when you feed the machine with data of the last 10 years sales, and then you ask the machine, what is the prediction for the next year sale? So the machine can mostly give you the prediction in high percentage, high accuracy, like 90%. So this is machine learning. Also, the machine also can predict objects by when you give the machine enough data, label data. So you remember I said label data, that it means it's supervised data. So you give the machine enough sample of supervised data, labeled data. This is cat, this is dog. Always imagine this. This is cat, this is dog, like, because it's very simple and very straightforward example. So you give enough example for the machine, then the machine will learn. This is cat, this is dog, based on the features from extracted from the objects in that picture. It will know that this feature of cat, this feature of dog, because being learned by examples. So this is machine learning. So it can do prediction, it can identify things, objects, is on given example. And we call this, guys, is supervised learning, because you are teaching the machine, you supervise the machine to learn something. There is also part of the machine learning supervised, and there is another part is unsupervised. Unsupervised, like, is when you give the machine a lot of data, and then this is unsupervised. So you just give the data. You not like tell label of the data, or you not teach the machine that this data is something. So you're not supervised. You just feed a huge data on the machine, but the machine will be able to classify this data, mean like put them, some data related to each other, will put them in one group. So the machine will be able to do some mathematical calculation and extract some features, and then put the data with same or near to be same features in one class. So then if you have a lot of data, you feed the machine, then it will group them in three groups. Group 1, group 2, group 3. This is what we call clustering of the ability of the machine to put the data in different group. But we will not, this is unsupervised learning. We will not dig deep on this in the course, because this like related to another course like called data mining. Data mining mainly concern about unsupervised machine learning. So in the course here, we will more like focus on machine learning as a supervised, as I said, like prediction and understanding the different type of objects. Okay, guys, and then the last part of this course, we'll talk about something neural network. This is like the last portion, maybe the last 4 or 5 lecture is like the neural network. So in a neural network, what's the basic concept of the neural network, guys? The neural network refer like to human brain, mimic human brain. So human brain is very complicated, guys. It contains like 100 billion cells of neuron. They all communicate together in different layers in order, like when you think, to decide. So a neural network is trying to imitate or to mimic, doing the same thing as a human brain. So we have biological neurons in our brain. In neural network, we have artificial neurons. We have artificial neurons. These neurons are organized in a layers, guys, different layers, and these neurons all communicate together. So this is like there is in certain architecture, we will come in the details to that. In certain architecture, all these neurons in different layers, they communicate until they solve one problem. For example, to classify certain things, just classify. So there is a problem, and with the help of neuron connected artificial, but this time is artificial neuron. They are connected in different layers. They all communicate together in order to give the final output. So this is a neural network. It's used like to solve more complex problem than machine learning. So machine learning usually is for simple prediction, for simple classifying of the objects. But when you have like problem, more complicated, more complex problem, so you will use a neural network, and we will come to something called deep network, which is like complicated layer or complicated architecture of neural network. But in the basic, guys, in the basic definition, this like trying to mimic or imitate or mimic, better you use the word mimic, make a copy like how a human brain is working. So just like you are developing small brain, but in different layer, each layer contain many neurons, and all these neurons in different layer, they communicate together in order at the end to get they communicate and they collaborate, they work together until at the end they give together the final output or the result. So this is neural network. So I guess this is enough, guys. It's enough now for as a review for you. And I prepare. You see these questions, guys? All these questions. I want you to answer this question and your answer. So these are the questions. So you have lab one. Lab one is like individual. It's very easy. Same answer I answer, you can answer from your understanding, and it's in the internet also. So let me share with you. So lab one. Later we not start. This like warm up. Later, like in lab two, we will have something related to prologue, maybe. About knowledge base, intelligent logic agent in Prolog. But now this is like warming up you for the course. So I just decided that lab one, you do it, and the answer like very easy to find. Even you answer from your understanding, I accept. Even you can access internet, no problem, but just don't copy this, like just do the answer. So here you just answer these 15 questions. What's meant by artificial intelligence? What's artificial intelligence, by example? Give like example from our daily life. What can artificial intelligence do? Artificial intelligence, how it is helpful for human. You can, for example, here just answer two words: faster, more accurate than a human. It's okay, good. When artificial intelligence cannot be good when we don't have enough data, so it will like not give good output. There will be bias. There will be some. Also, it is not good when there is issue like privacy, security, all these things. So all these things, guys, like we discuss here, is very simple. You can just straight answer each one, one or two line, no problem. But I want you to answer the following question in your best effort, like do your best and answer this. So this is like lab one. I will attach to you in the group, and I will put also, there's like 2 weeks. Do it from now to, not 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks is too much. Next week, guys. Because this, like, honestly, and do it, this one is individual. I'm not asking you too much. Each question, easy to answer. Just briefly answer. So each question is 1 or 2 lines, not more. So I want you to submit next week. So you have 1 week, and this is individual. Next lab will be like partner, two by two. Okay. So that's all. But before you leave, stay here with me, please. I want to record your attendance. Once you hear your name, you can say present or yes, and then you can, if you want, you can leave. But don't leave before I record your attendance. We have now UTHM, they are more particular in attendance. We have to take attendance honestly. So wait 1 minute until I get it from the system ready. Then after, like, I announce your name, you want to leave, okay.